NFTs are simply exploding, and there are stupid amounts of money being exchanged and moved around for some of these PFP or profile pic generative avatars out there. But you guys know I love NFTs with utility and NFTs that are tied to games. That's my fave, and that's why today I'm going to show you a project that I think is actually pretty cool and interesting, and has a little bit of that throwback retro nostalgia. So if you love retro style games, you might want to check out this really cool NFT project. Are you ready? Hey there, crypto friends! Thanks again for joining me. So today we're talking about a brand new crypto project that is just getting started, and whereas we've seen a lot of these other PFP or avatar generative 10,000 so-and-so NFT projects come and go, and there's so many of them, and they're just iterative, and it's the same thing. Most of them have absolutely no utility. They don't plan on it. They don't have a roadmap. They haven't thought through anything, but people are just like, shut up and take my money. Shut up and take my money. And it happens, but I like things that have a little bit more utility out there. And so today's project that we're going to be taking a look at definitely has that. They have an extensive roadmap, and they have a cool retro nostalgia feel to their video game that they're going to be producing that incorporates these really cool NFTs. But before we get into all of that, if you love gaming, NFTs, and earning money here in crypto, then make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel and smash on that like button. Smash that like button. Smash, smash, smash. If you want to continue to, maximize your crypto and gaming profits with me. That's what we're all about here. And we help each other as a community. That's part of the whole thing, is building community together. So today's project is called Crypto Demons. This is a, pixel style NFT project that has some really cool, interesting aspects about it. Including a burn mechanic, which we don't see very often on Ethereum, but we see all the time on the Wax network. We talk about this a lot when we talk about our Wax, fam and some of the projects there. But in addition to that, they're launching a whole video game series on this, and it actually looks pretty cool. It really throws me back to some old school stuff like RuneScape or even Ultima Online in that kind of respect, where it's got this 2D isometric view to it. And so I want to go show you guys what this means and some of the interesting things about this, because this sale is not completely sold out, and I'm going to tell you why here in a second, and why you might actually have an opportunity to get in this NFT sale on the mint. All right, here we are at the Crypto Demons website, as you guys can see here. And this splash page right here, the front, it gives you a great idea of what this is all about. So the pixel art is actually pretty cool. When I talk about pixel art all the time, it's like, it's horrible. Sometimes it can be horrible art, like CryptoPunks. That's horrible pixel art. I'm just gonna put it out there. The CryptoPunks are horrible. Now this is cool pixel art, right? It actually has style. It has a retro vintage look to it, and that's kind of what Crypto Demons is going for here with their NFTs. So just kind of scrolling down and talk a little bit about this and what it looks like. Right now, they're doing their mint spawn 1. So their mint for this very first spawn is a little bit over than 8. It's like almost 90% sold out. The reason why it hasn't completely sold out is they had an issue with gas fees in their contract. And so that kind of put a little bit of a halt to this selling out. And so now I think they've now put in some new upgrades and additions into the contract, which have helped with that a little bit. And one of the really cool things about this project actually is that 50% of this project sold out through contract interactions alone. So people minted 50% of this contract, collection through the contract. Which that's a really good indication, a good sign in my opinion. So these mint 1 spawns, as you can kind of see, they do have this pixelated. They do have a little bit of a look of like CryptoPunks in here as the actual avatars, which like I said, it has that kind of feel to it, but they're a little bit more style to them. You know what I'm saying? There's a little bit more style to these than there are to some of the CryptoPunk things. So, but it has a very similar style. But the actual artwork that they're going for some of the games and things is actually really cool. So you can kind of check out a little bit more about that as we kind of scroll down here, and you see. So now this is where it gets interesting. And this is what I'm actually the most interested in, because as much as I love, as I think these are okay, the mint 1 spawns and like the look of these, what I really want is I want spawn 2. These are what I'm talking about. These are cool looking. They have the feel of the rest of the website and the artwork here. And so how this works is they essentially have a burn mechanic where you can sacrifice or essentially burn 3 Spawn 1 NFTs to be able to get a Spawn 2 NFT. So that is a pretty important thing. And then I think there's also one for Spawn 3, and you have to actually sacrifice 10 Spawn 1s to get a Spawn 3. So the Spawn 2 these are the ones that I think are fire. These are way cooler than the Spawn 1s in my opinion. And so I've already picked up 3 of the Spawn 1s, so I can actually sacrifice and get one of these Spawn 2s. So as you can see, they have a great story and like theme behind this too. Like I said, a lot of these other projects just don't go as in depth about this, but I love how they talk about how the Prince of Darkness has spawned these crypto demons. So they have a lot of really cool theme behind the whole thing, and kind of a little bit of a narrative here. A narrative, that's what we call it. So what they're doing is they're going to have like this arcade series, and like I said, it features isometric and non-isometric 2D pixel style games. They're going to be starting with a solo player adventure RPG, and then they'll have a battle royale, then NPC Tower Wars, then they'll eventually get to the point where they're doing a full-on MMORPG, which I think is pretty cool. So like I said, very much in the style of kind of like a RuneScape or something of that nature. And then they say by 2022, their plan is to have a full 3D Unity style game that is play to earn on Ethereum, and you can actually earn Ethereum rewards by playing. So not just like in-game tokens, which I think is pretty cool. And so I like seeing this type of art. Like this hypes me up because I love this style. It looks really cool. It's super well done. I think that's pretty important, right? To not just have something that is like thrown up there. Someone did something like it takes a pretty skilled artist to do really good pixel art. So having these crypto demons gives you kind of exclusive benefits when it comes to the arcade series and being able to play and win ETH rewards, but also the things like staking rewards. You're going to get airdrops, you'll get wearable NFT metaverse items, skins, and all kinds of other things, right? So right now, like I said, the minting price is 0.06 ETH, and they're very close to selling out this project. So I think the main thing was just kind of the gas prices. The gas prices are still crazy right now, no matter what, even with the reductions in the contract for the minting. But the cool thing about this is that, like I said, that mechanic of being able to burn these, there's limited amount of the Spawn 2 and Spawn 3s that you'll be able to pick up on actual marketplaces, because most of them are reserved for people who are going to be sacrificing their Spawn 1s, right? And I love Lilith, man. This is a great photo here. Like Lilith is just like looking smoking hot here with her horns and her wings. And so essentially this is what we're talking about when we talk about the sacrifices. You can burn all these in Lilith's honor, right, to get Spawn 2 and Spawn 3s. And these will obviously be more powerful. They'll have more rewards and things attached to them. And so as you can see, 3 Spawn 1s for Spawn 2 and 10 Spawn 1s for Spawn 3. Only 1,000 Spawn 2s and 500 Spawn 3 editions will ever be created. So that's what you got to keep in consideration. And this is how you do it. So, and then they say if all evolved, all the Spawn 1s are actually sacrificed, then they'll be to be able to, and all the Spawn 2s and 3s sell out, then there will only actually be 2,000 original Spawn 1s left. So it actually drives the price of that. I like that mechanic, and helping to keep the price of the Spawn 1s up on the secondary market, right? So when we talk about this, I told you utility is big for me. The fact that they're going to have a cool game that is attached to this makes me even more bullish on the project. And so they have a full roadmap for what that looks like, what they're going to be releasing here first. They're going to go with that arcade, where it's kind of like a casino plus, kind of 2D type games. And then, you'll be able to, iterate over that, and they'll have more games as they start to put things out here, right? But yeah, so they've already kind of been working on some of these things, and like what your upgraded Spawn 3 collections have baked into them, like these items that have their own rarity and functionalities within the arcade and arena. So each level has a little bit of more functionality and bonuses in playing the games themselves. And so then they, when we talk about, like I said, the fact that this project is already, they hit 50% within just through contract interactions. Now they're nearing 90% of it being sold, and and this is another thing too, which I really love a lot of projects doing, is that they put these milestones or benchmarks of different things that they're going to be doing when they get sold. So 50%, they were 25,000 ETH goes into the community pot. which helps for the play to earn elements. Then things like merch are dropping. Then 75% they add more, and then they're talking about they'll begin launching their own ERC20 token, which will be airdropped to holders, and you'll get staking rewards for it, things like that. And then once they do 100% of this being sold out, 150,000 Ethereum worth of Ethereum is going to be into that total. That'll be the total in the community pot there. They'll be working on a new roadmap, and then start working, having all these games starting to be working on. So a lot going on here in this project, and Cthulhu right here demands respect, basically saying all these are ERC 721s stored on the marketplace here, and they do have a 5% feed, but they're actually going 50% on those fees from the marketplace towards paying out to the treasury / team wallets, which is pretty interesting. So yeah, so that's kind of Crypto Demons, and I'm really excited to get to the arcade part. Like this is what I imagine when I think of like all these demons hanging out playing these arcade games together, is something like this, where you got people having drinks, they're playing cool games, they're hanging out and making money. So pretty cool, interesting project here with Crypto Demons, and still time to get in on that mint, which I think is pretty interesting. A lot of times I bring you projects after the fact, and this is what I'm actually showing you before they've actually sold out, and there's some good opportunity here because there's lots of utility and a cool game coming here pretty soon. So let me know what you guys think about Crypto Demons. Is it something you might want to get into, or if it's a project that you're going to be passing up for something else? But tell me why. I want to know. Is it the fact that they don't have the game out, or that you think that the mechanics aren't cool? I think it's cool, but I want to hear from you guys. You let me know what you think about Crypto Demons. But that's all we have for today, folks. Until next time, stash that crypto, friends.